Hey golf people, on today's video I'm going to share with you my favorite golf gear, technology, and golf clubs if you're on a budget. So if you're looking to save some cash here and pick up some really cool items, I'll show you my favorites from everything I tried this year. Now this video is a direct response from a question that we received from one of our subscribers, Jason Streck, who asked, I really enjoyed the best of 2021 videos for tech and gear. Since those were money is no object versions, can you do a budget version? Yes, Jason, I can, and here is that video for you. Without further ado, let's get into my picks. We'll start here with iron sets, and for iron sets, I will go with the Wilson D9s any day of the week. These things are fantastic in terms of getting the ball up very easily. They've got a nice big confidence instilling profile. They feel good, and they just seem to do the job very well. Wilson is a really underrated brand in my opinion when it comes to golf, and Wilson's Staff D9s get my pick for best budget irons of the year. Next up is drivers, and to get a really good driver at a really good price has become more and more difficult. So if you're gonna go with one of the big names, I think the best bang for your buck, and it's still not that cheap, but at least best bang for your buck, is going to be the Mizuno ST series with the STZ, X, and now even G. These drivers are incredibly long, incredibly forgiving, and the price is right. And the fact that you can customize the shafts without an upcharge is a real bonus as well. Now, if you're looking for a truly budget option, I'm just gonna suggest that you reach out into the secondary market, look for something that's been used for a couple of seasons by someone else, maybe a Callaway Edge, a Ping G400, maybe even a Maverick or a TaylorMade M6, something like that will do the job and be able to save you a couple $100 on retail of the newer drivers and probably still give you 90 to 95% of the performance of this year's drivers anyways. So really good value if you look used, but if you're gonna go new, I'm gonna go with Mizuno. Next up here is the category of best budget wedges, and once again this goes to Costco with their Kirkland wedge set, which comes in a 52, 54, and 60 for about $50 per club. An incredible value if you think about the fact that these are just about as good as a Vokey wedge in my opinion, and I actually even chipped a few in with this thing. They're beautiful. The only little drawback here is that you're stuck with 52, 56, and 60 unless you're gonna bend it one way or the other. That's the only configuration that it comes with. But if you can live with that, this is an incredible value and my favorite wedges of the year on a budget. I tried out a lot of clubs on the show, and in this category, we're talking specifically about putters. I looked at a wide range of putters. My favorite budget putter came from, you probably guessed it, Kirkland and Costco. The KS1 is a fantastic putter. It's got great weight, great balance. It's got the ability to be adjusted with a weight kit that you can buy separately. And it's got a nice fat super stroke grip that I really like. Just a beautiful putter. The milling on the face is gorgeous, and I think it would stand up even to a Scotty Cameron. I know I've gotten a lot of hate from that, but I think it's just as good, and it's my pick for best budget putter of the year. All right, next item on our list here is going to be best budget set of clubs or boxed sets. I looked at a few box sets this year, and no matter the budget, I'm gonna recommend the Costco Callaway Edge set because if you can find them in store for the retail price, it's a steal of a deal, but I recognize that a lot of people can't find them in store and online and other places. They're quite a bit more expensive on the secondary market. So my super budget pick is going to be the Wilson Profile SGI. I bought my set for $300 on a big sale on Amazon. You can see the prices fluctuate on Amazon from time to time. So if you can grab them around that price point, I would highly recommend you go ahead and do that. If you're looking for a beginner set, a starter set, or maybe you want to gift it to somebody for a holiday or a birthday, the Wilson Profile SGI gets my pick at the extreme low budget option. Now you might have seen on my Costco haul that I got a Sun Mountain golf bag for just over $100. I want to say it was $119. And what a steal of a deal that is for a company that is based here in the United States. The quality of the bag is fantastic. It does the job as a wonderful cart bag. In terms of a stand bag, you might have seen the video where my wife was throwing this golf bag off the roof to stress test it. So my pick for a stand bag or a hoofer bag is going to be what I used pretty much every day this year, the Long Chow, which is a Chinese manufacturer. Pretty good quality for an extremely budget pick, and it's taken a few spills as well. Next up is going to be golf balls, and we're gonna go back to the well here with the Kirkland Signature. You just can't get better value than $1 per ball. For a box of 24 balls, it's $24.99. That's about as good as it gets, folks. Now, there's been a couple of generations of this ball over the years, but the current generation is the one we're referring to here. I think it's got great spin around the greens. It's just a couple yards less than a Pro V1 in terms of distance, and it's a fantastic value, especially if you're a mid to high handicapper. There's really, in my opinion, no sense in spending all that money on something you're probably gonna hit into the woods or the lake or lose it one way or the other throughout the round a few times. So go with the Kirkland Signature, a great value pick there, and something that's going to perform very well indeed. Now, as we get into the golf technology side, I want to remind you that our sponsor is playbetter.com. That's where I get all my golf gear. They're fantastic folks. Free 48-hour shipping, returns until January 30th if you're buying for the holiday season. Just the best people in the industry. I'll leave links to all of the golf technology down below that you can purchase, and your purchases do support this show. As you know, I tried a ton of rangefinders this year, from budget models all the way up to the top of the line, and my favorite pick, if you're on a budget this year, is the ShotScope Pro L1. This rangefinder pretty much does it all. It's got slope capability, it's super accurate, and it comes in a very nice case as well at a beautiful price point. I tested it up against the top of the line Bushnell Pro XE, and this thing was spot on accurate. My only gripe with the Pro L1 is the potential for it to maybe not last forever, because I think the build quality is slightly suspect. But for the money, this thing is outrageously good, and it's my pick for best budget rangefinder of the year. Moving on to launch monitors, I recently did a video of all my favorite launch monitors under $600, and one that I was able to test after that video, we'll be doing a video on it very soon here on the channel, is the ShotScope PRGR. Now, this unit is pretty basic, but it's nice and small and compact and light, so it's very easy to travel with. But one thing that it does that most others do not actually is the fact that you can actually get your swing speed indoors without ever having to hit a ball, which is really cool. I mean, certainly you can do it outdoors as well, but to be able to swing in your house and work on your swing speed and see where you're at, that's kind of neat. The other thing that I learned about and that we'll be putting in the video is you can literally see how fast you kick a soccer ball or throw a baseball, that sort of thing. So it's a cool little device, and it's my pick for best budget launch monitor of the year. My pick for budget watch of the year is going to be the Garmin S12. This thing, if you're looking in the budget range around $100 or so, is going to be your best bet. You're getting access to the same exact GPS satellite data that's coming off their S42 and S62 lines, which cost considerably more. And so those distances, you can be sure, are going to be very accurate, as good as they possibly can be for a GPS device. Now, you are giving up a few things. You're trading off a few things here. You're going to have a black and white screen. You're not going to be able to track your clubs necessarily, but in this price point, honestly, no watch is going to let you be able to track your clubs. So a fantastic value. It does the basics very well. It's got a very good form factor, feels great on the wrist. It's very comfortable. You don't even feel it on your wrist really when you're playing, or it doesn't hinder your swing at all. My pick is the Garmin S12. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. If you did, please subscribe to the show and leave a comment down below about what you agree with or disagree with. I would love to know. Now, if you didn't catch it, I'm gonna leave a video right here where I chose my favorite golf gear of the year, and I'll leave another one right here where I talked about my favorite golf technology of the year. Hope you enjoyed this one. Check out those videos, and I'll see you back here very soon on another edition of Let's Play Through.